And we are back. So thank you everyone for bearing with me. I know that took longer than it really should have, but I thought I had everything set up. I had to make a phone call, then I went to start it, and it's like, some of my changes weren't there anymore. So that just happens. Let me go ahead and refresh these as well. I think I might as well. Okay, and yeah, Dustin Johnson, welcome back in. So we're gonna be starting Laura Bow, The Colonel's Bequest. So I don't really know much about this series. It's been recommended multiple times. It made it on the list, and it got voted on, and it won. So from Sierra, Laura Bow, The Colonel's Bequest. Go ahead and get that started. A Sierra production. Using your magnifying glass in the back of the map enclosed near a Colonel's Request box, please identify the following fingerprints. Alright, so we've got our first piece of copy protection. Alright. I did have that stuff here ready to go. So this one, the fingerprints piece. I have to actually match the fingerprint. The music is pretty loud, isn't it? Thank you for the heads up, Chris. What do you think? Is that a little bit better? Based on when this game came out, I'm going to assume that there's not going to be that much music. Guessing there's not going to be that much music in the game, actually. So what do you think, Chris? Let me know. Is it working? Okay, so I have to match this fingerprint, and there's about 20 fingerprints on this page that came with the game. So joy. Let's check the general shape of it. It's not Gloria Swan Song. Is it Colonel Henry Dijon? Looks like it. Colonel Henry Dijon. Where is that? Colonel Dijon. The curtain is about to go up. Please be seated. Oh, there is a ton of music in this one. That's good. Glad to hear. Let's make sure it's not too loud. Have you previously attended a performance of The Colonel's Bequest? Why, no. No, I have not. Okay, Colonel Henry Dijon. Am I supposed to be doing something to this? No, we're just watching. The Colonel's Bequest. No idea what this is about. I think it's more puzzle or mystery forward, right? Just listen to that MIDI music. Written by Roberta Williams. Featuring Colonel Henry Dijon. Deanna, welcome in. Thank you for the heart me and the go popular. His faithful staff. Is that Silly, Fifi, and another one? The rest of the Dijon family, Rudy, Gertie, and Gloria. The Prune family, Lillian and Ethel. The Colonel's confidants, Clarence Sparrow and Dr. Something. I'm too slow. And starring Laura Bow. Alright, joy. Blue Faye, welcome in. Thank you for the heart me. 1925, New Orleans, something or other. I really need to pay better attention. So when do I watch and when do I play? Maybe the knife cursor means I just need to watch. Directed by Roberta Williams and Chris Iden. Oh, Jodie Photos, you played Laura Bow? Nice. This looks cute and fun. I agree. Looks like it should be pretty good. So is this Laura sitting on the bench? Hey Laura, want to come with me this weekend to my Uncle Henry's estate? He's having a family reunion of some sort. You can keep me company. I don't know, I have studying to do. Oh, come on, it'll be a scream. It's such a creepy old place, you might find it interesting. Act 1. Like that the cursor is just a knife ready to stab. This is the guest room you share with Lillian. Though a bit tired looking, it seems comfortable enough. Laura, dear, please excuse me, I'm going to go freshen up in the bathroom. Why don't you explore the estate a bit? Alright, I will do that. Something doesn't feel right. Everybody's acting too strange, even Lillian. What would Daddy do in a situation like this? I don't know, what would Daddy do? This is giving you Clue vibes? Yeah, me too. And when it came out, oh, when did it say it came out? I mean, I'm going to guess just based on the visuals and the MIDI music. Let's say 1988. Let's look. A quick search tells me that it came out in. But, and nothing's working here. All right. This came out in 1989. Ah, I was a year off. All right. I was 1 year too early. All right. So now, what would Daddy do in a situation like this? Dear old Daddy. Honestly, if things don't feel right, they probably aren't. Observe the situation closely, yet be unobtrusive. Explore your surroundings quietly and carefully try to question the others without raising suspicion. Notice small details, take lots of notes, and above all, be careful. All right, I've got my notepad ready to go. Oh, yeah, right. This is a Sierra game, actually. You're spot on. And BC, thank you for the follow. All right. Oh, she's just walking on her own now. Since you never go anywhere without your trusty notebook and pencil, you go to your suitcase, open it, and remove those two items. Yes, your father is right. Observing the situation and taking notes would be a good idea. All right, hint taken. Don't listen, don't be careful. Sure. All right, so I don't have the trusty Sierra top bar up here interface. So what are my commands? I suppose reading the manual would be helpful. The arrow keys work for walking around. Can I type? Yes. So it is a type prompt game. Let's just type, look. This is the guest room you share with Lillian. Though a bit tired looking, it seems comfortable enough. Can we look at the bed? There's a suitcase lying on each bed. Should we look in Lillian's suitcase? Or how about we look at the table? Some of these tables could use a good dusting. Dust table. That is not clear. All right, you can't dust the table. What if I just save? There we go. Guest room. That is our save. Now look at this portrait on the wall. That looks pretty interesting. Above the fireplace, you notice a picture of Colonel Dijon in his younger, more vital days. On the opposite wall, you also see a picture of a little girl. Funny, the girl's eyes have a strange, hollow look to them. But on the opposite wall, I mean the one in the foreground? Is that supposed to be us? Are we the girl on the opposite wall? It seems like my chat is taking a while to catch up, so I apologize. But thank you for Deanna for answering some questions, and yeah, I think it just seems to all update all at once. Now, do we have other prompts in here? How about inspect? Inspect portrait. I think that was in Space Quest, right? All right, same thing. On the opposite wall, you also see a picture of a little girl. Funny, the girl's eyes have a strange hollow look to them. So I think I am the little girl on the opposite wall. All right, Catherine, you really didn't miss much. Sorry it took me so long to get started again. All right. Let's see. How about the fireplace? Let's inspect fireplace. The finely carved fireplace shows the craftsmanship of bygone days. Open drawer. We're just going to look at everything. Nothing of interest in the dresser. Okay, fine. We look under the bed. Yes, we finished Police Quest 3 in the first few minutes of the stream, and then I had to end it because I had to do a phone call, and then eventually got this one set up, and we're back at it. How about look under bed? There's only dust under the bed. All right, how about we look under this bed? All right, so the familiar Sierra commands of F3 to open up the previous prompt. Only dust on the bed. All right. Just like a balcony out here? No. It looks as if this might have been a nursery at one time. Now it has been converted into a makeshift guest room with Ethel as its current guest. Let's take a look at Ethel. Ethel is a stylishly dressed, overly made up older woman. Many years of hard drinking have taken their toll on her as her face is puffy and red, and her skin has wrinkled prematurely. She always seems to have a drink in her hand. You have never met her before, but Ethel is your friend Lillian's mother. A stylishly dressed, overly made up older woman. Talk to Ethel. That's not how you spell Ethel. Where is Lillian, Laura? I'd like to speak with her. She went to freshen up in the bathroom. She'll be right back. What happens if I look at the suitcase? It's not a suitcase. It's a suitcase. You notice the suitcase next to the bed. It must belong to Ethel. This looks like a dollhouse, right? Look at the dollhouse. One word, I think. It's a wonderful old dollhouse, but you'd better leave it alone. All right, I will. How about we look at the shelf? You see several old toys on the dusty shelves. There are some old toys left over from many years ago. Better leave them alone. All right. How about this bear? Okay, still talking about the toys. Fine. All right. Look, couch. Most of the sofas look very old, dusty, and uncomfortable. Search sofa. Try another way of saying that. Inspect sofa. Look under sofa. Inspect cushions. Oh, that's not how you spell cushions. Wait, my brain just broke. How do you spell cushion? That's not how you spell cushion. What is wrong with my brain? Cushion. Oh well. I did that right, didn't I? That was the first thing I typed, I think. Yeah, okay. It's just not a word in the text parser for the game. That's all. Oh, there goes Ethel. Open suitcase. It's locked. Unlock suitcase. You don't have the key. Look, chair. Oh, so the chairs look pretty old. Do we just hear something? I feel like we heard something. If you ask me, I don't think she has any. Drawgun. Oh, hello, dear. Why, hello to you too. Say hello. You get no response. Talk to Ethel. Are you having a good time, dear? Yes. That's not clear. Say yes. All right, fine. Talk to Lillian. Hi, Laura. How's it all going? Okay, fine. It is fine. Now, where do I get the key for her suitcase? Do you have a coat hanging up? Anything like that? Did she hide it somewhere? Open dresser. Nothing of interest in the dresser. Okay. Open drawer. Nothing of interest in the dresser. Fine. Wonder if we can open that window. Or any of the windows. Open cabinet. 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 The armoire is empty. Okay, fine. The tall French windows add grace and charm to this old house. Let's open it. Open window. The windows don't open. Why not try a door? Snarky. All right. Yeah, I think this is a murder mystery, and welcome in a little purple bat on the purple site. You know how it is, Mother. Yes, we do. We do know how it is. I guess I could just leave. I haven't found anything yet. Oh, there's she's drinking water from the table. Look, water. See nothing special. Look, glass? Ethel seems to be drinking a strong alcoholic drink that is not water. I tried looking under the beds. I have not tried opening anyone else's suitcases. Maybe I should have opened Lillian's when she wasn't in here. And as always, if I soft lock, just let me know. I talked to him before I walked out of the room and back in. Before noon? It's not King's Quest, but it is made by Sierra. This is Laura Bow, The Colonel's Bequest. This game does not understand suitcase. That's not the first time I typed that either. Your suitcase lies on the bed to the left of the doorway, while Lillian's lies on the bed to the right. All right. Open suitcase. Why am I typing suitcase? Oh. My fingers are just in the wrong order. Suitcase is locked. What about my suitcase? My suitcase opens. You see the clothes you packed for the weekend. Get clothes. Clothes you're wearing are fine. All right? Fine. Do you like my new outfit, Lil? Not particularly, Mother. All right, let's check out these photos. Paintings. Look. Painting. No, not that one. Look. Wall. Beneath a set of 3 small pictures, you notice a small door in the wall. Oh, there is a small door. Look. Door. Beneath it. Yeah, okay. Open door? They're going to think I'm being too weird, aren't they? It appears to be a chute of some kind. You wonder where it goes to. Well, it obviously goes to the laundry room. Your sister used to say soup case. Nice. Go in wall. Go in. Climb down. Mother, I could use some extra spending money. We'll talk about that later, Lillian. All right. Close door. Let's just remember there's a secret door. This is the back upstairs hallway of the mansion. Hello, back upstairs hallway. Let's look around. Is enter a command? Ooh, good suggestion. This is the back upstairs hallway. Okay, fine. Is that a cat? Or is it a cat-shaped urn? Look, cat. A beautiful porcelain cat sits elegantly on a marble pedestal. Get cat. The porcelain cat does not belong to you. Pet cat. That is not clear. Right, fine. Look, pedestal. 2 marble pedestals flank the bathroom door. Upon one sits a beautiful porcelain cat, and upon the other, a lovely vase. Open drawer. Drawer. There's nothing of interest in the dresser. Okay. Look. Is that a relief? Look, wall. You look around at the walls and see nothing special. Okay. Look, statue. 2 Greek statues guard both sides of the bathroom door. Inspect statue. Okay, fine. Knock? Oh, wait. I guess I don't get to knock. A modern bathroom has been installed in this old house. All right, we're going to open the toilet. You don't want to do that. Flush toilet. That's not how you spell toilet. You're not close enough. Oh, how about now? Okay. Chop load. Do not shower. Toilet has been flushed. Open toilet. Fine, I won't. Look, tub. The clawfoot bathtub has a shower attached to it. Okay. Open faucet. Turn knob. Turn on shower? Did the shower turn on when I pulled the chain? I thought the toilet just flushed. Or is it both? Look, basket. You see a waste paper basket near the sink. Look in basket. Currently, it is empty. All right. What is this? Look, chair? A bench. A seat. Look, seat. Notice a lovely seat under the large windows. Sit. You don't feel like sitting around. Okay. Look, mirror. You see a dusty old mirror hanging on the wall. Look behind mirror. Okay. Look, towel? There's a hand towel there, right? A small hand towel hangs over the sink. Take towel. You don't need a towel unless you're washing your hands. Wash hands. I feel dirty. Great sound effects. Open mirror. Wipe mirror. Says dusty, right? Clean mirror. Oh yeah, we're thinking the same thing, Nissa. Open cabinet. There's nothing you need inside the linen cabinet. Okay, I guess nothing in the bathroom we need right now. Can I look out the windows? Look out window. As it's dark outside, it's difficult to see out the windows. Glad we can practice good hygiene. Yep, that's right. What's the premise here? We were invited to this mysterious old house, so we start snooping around. That is the entire premise right now. I have a feeling that there's gonna be a murder. It's giving that feeling, at least. Open cabinet. Nothing important in here. Okay, let's go open the other one. We are a guest. We just like to dress this way. Open cabinet. Nothing important in here either. Okay. Well, this is the front upstairs hallway of the plantation house. A grand staircase leads down to the lower level. Okay, yeah, but I wanted to look at this table first. Look, table. Some of these tables could use a good dusting. Dust table. Clean table. A lot of nothing so far, I know. I'm being pretty meticulous, though. Actually, let's go to the room across the hall from our room. No, actually, let's look in the vase. That's what I want to do. Look in vase. The vase is empty. Right? Fine. This elegant room must belong to the colonel. You notice there is an elevator here. Probably for his wheelchair. It is now. What time is it? 3:35. Why? Pardon, Henry, I got the lipstick on you. What was she doing? Just cleaning off his lips? Alright. Note number 1. Maid. Kiss. Colonel. I'm taking notes. The colonel was found in the foyer with a knife. Look, maid. Fifi is the colonel's pretty French maid. You surmise that she is probably very apt in her duties, whatever they may be. Fifi is young, blonde, and sexy. She seems to have a vivacious personality, but you can sense a certain cunning underneath it all. All right. So the maid's name is Fifi. She appears to be having some kind of relationship with the colonel. A cunning relationship. Yeah, not cleaning for sure with everything being so dusty, right? Look at the colonel. Colonel Henry Dijon is a frail, ill-tempered curmudgeon in his late 60s. You understand that the colonel never married and lives an eccentric life of seclusion here on his bayou island. From observing the estate, it appears that though he is supposedly wealthy, he spends little money to maintain it. Talk to Colonel. What are you doing in my room, young lady? Talk to maid. Fifi doesn't acknowledge your presence. She's too busy cleaning the colonel's room. I probably shouldn't go snooping around with Colonel Mustard in here, right? It's odd to see a newfangled elevator in this old-fashioned house, but how else would the colonel go up and down the stairs? Fair enough. Say hi. You don't get any response. All right, I'm going to come back when they're not in there, and we'll snoop around at that time. The colonel is a player, right? Get to Bequest. I like that suggestion. That's good. All right. This appears to be another guest room that Rudy and Clarence are sharing. Look at the bed. The beds are old and lumpy. Oh well, you're not going to be doing much sleeping tonight anyway. Oh, I'm not? Open suitcase. Not suitcase. Open drawer. Look under bed. There's only dust under the bed. Well, someone's getting murdered. It's gonna happen, right? We just gotta wait for time to go by. All right. Look. Portrait. Portrait. There we go. You notice an interesting picture of a woman and child. Oddly, the woman's eyes have a strange, faraway look in them. Why? Why does the woman have a strange, faraway look? Heather, welcome in. Look behind painting. You can't see behind the picture. Move picture. Can't do that. Okay, fine. Look under bed. You notice 3 suitcases next to the beds. They must belong to Rudy and Clarence. 3 suitcases? Where's the third one? I'm confused now. You saw a lot of shaking? Open suitcase. They're locked. Okay. Where's the third suitcase? Sleep. You're not the least bit tired. Right, fine. Oh, I didn't check these drawers. Open drawer. Okay, nothing of interest. Oh, the chandelier was shaking one time when you went on the screen? Really? I missed that entirely. This screen here? I noticed there's no music. I was told there was going to be music. Notice the closet at the top of the stairs. All right, let's open the closet door. It's just an empty closet. Okay, fine. I think I'm going to go upstairs. What do you guys think? Or should I look under the rug? There are many old and unusual rugs here. There is nothing but dirt under the rug. All right. Wow, this place is dirty. The maid really does not do a very good job. The stairs lead to a third level of the house. There's a doorway in front of you and another to the right. All right. We'll go through the open door first. That sounds smart, doesn't it? This must be Fifi's room. Although her room is in the attic, she has fixed it up nicely. What is on the bed? Beds are old and lumpy. All right, fine. Oh, it's just a shadow on the bed. Okay. Look. Phonograph. Phonogram? No. Look. Phonogram. Look table. Hmm. Phonograph. Phonograph. Phonogram. Fifi must enjoy listening to music as you see a Victrola in the back corner of the room. Turn on Victrola. The record doesn't belong to you. All right, what kind of record does she listen to? You see a record lying atop the Victrola. Take record. Play record. Okay, fine. I cannot. Can I inspect the record at least? Quickly start making your own background music. I should just have like a quick loopable mix ready to go. I'll do that soon. Maybe I can make it themed for whatever game series we're playing too. All right, inspect record. Okay, that doesn't do it. Open cabinet. There's nothing there for you. Fine. Is this a window? A balcony? Where am I? This is a small dressing room. You notice a pile of clothes on the floor. Okay, get clothes. Those are not your clothes. Search clothes. You quickly look through the pile of clothes, but find nothing of importance. All right, fine. There's another room we can check up here, though. Oh, yeah, I haven't saved in, like, ever. Upstairs. The very upstairs. This door is locked from the other side. Knock on door. You soundly knock on the attic door. There's no reply. Break door. That's not clear. Kick door. You don't have a violent nature. This looks like it's CGA. Wasn't there a VJ version of this, or was that on Amiga only? Yeah, I'd have to do a comparison to the Amiga version. Because, I mean, obviously the Amiga could do many more colors than this. Now, CGA was limited to 4 colors, and we definitely have more than 4 colors on the screen, don't we? We've got 2 blues, 2 magentas, a yellow, a brown, a green, a red. So this is a 16-color EGA game. The enhanced graphics array. The Amiga could do 32 easily, and many more with some extra interesting modes. This is the front downstairs hallway of the big house. A grand stairway leads upstairs. I hear a clock. Can I listen? You listen intently. You hear the incessant ticking of the old grandfather clock. Look at that armor. A very old suit of armor, with one gloved hand holding a battle axe, stands beside the stairway. Although it's well polished, all of its joints are completely rusted. Yeah, I like the EGA era of games with only 16 colors can be pretty impressive. I really like Commander Keen. I think they did a good job with the limited colors in that game. Granted, it's not like the pixel art you get in games like this, but I never even thought of it as having limited color before, just because everything seems to look so, you know, fitting. All right, so let's inspect armor. Okay, how about we search the armor? Try another way of saying that. Open armor. The joints of the armor are hopelessly rusted. You can't move any part of it. Okay. Yeah, it looks best on a CRT. Yeah, you're not kidding. I might have a few of those. More than a few. I've got 3 walls of computers behind me. Well, where's the clock? I don't see a clock. Oh, wait, that's down the hall. Anything under the stairs? Maybe we should check behind this sofa. Most of the sofas look very old, dusty, and uncomfortable. Can I look behind sofa? Look. Behind sofa. Alright, nothing. Let's look under the sofa. There's nothing of interest under the couch. Alright. What's behind door number 1? You have entered the parlor of the old mansion. Against the back wall, you notice a sculpted marble bar, and in the corner, a parrot swings from its bird stand. Ooh, it is now 7:30 p.m., I'm assuming. Check under the cushions. The game doesn't know the word cushions. That old biddy, she's half sloshed most of the time. Shh, here's that young friend of Lillian's. They must be talking about Ethel. Look at the people. All the lovely people. Clarence seems to be having a heated discussion with Gertie. Gertrude Dijon is the Colonel's widowed sister-in-law. She obviously is behind the times, as she looks like she has just stepped out of the gay 90s. That would be the 1890s. A bit of a snob, she walks around with her nose up in the air and has an annoying habit of constantly playing with her many strands of pearls. Let's look at Clarence. Clarence Sparrow is a dapper-looking man in his late 40s. From what you have gleaned, he has been the Colonel's attorney for some time, and seems to know the rest of the group as well. His manner is a bit on the court side, and if you can sense a bit of sneakiness here. Oh, and you can sense a bit of sneakiness. Alright, sneaky man. Isn't ethyl a form of alcohol? Yeah, you have ethanol. Absolutely. Alright, let's look at the parrot. We're probably going to have to interrogate the parrot at some point. A colorful parrot swings merrily on its perch. Talk to Parrot. Pretty Polly, Ark. Ark. Alright. Talk to Clarence. Alright, so Clarence is smoking a cigar. Who else has vices? Ethel is quite the ethelholic. This is a private conversation, young lady. Do you mind? Talk to Gertie. Please leave us be, Laura. This is how they all talk, by the way, and every time they talk, they might sound slightly different. It's just how they are. Would you look at this lovely sculpture of a horse? A delicate figure of a horse decorates a small table. Get horse. You don't need it. Inspect horse. Okay, nothing new there. What's this bottle on the bar? Well, we just look at the bar. The sculpted marble bar sports a beautifully finished ebony countertop. Upon the countertop, you see a decanter of cognac. Right? Look, decanter. That's not how you spell decanter. Upon the countertop, you see a decanter. All right? Get cognac. Big portrait of a woman there. I agree. Yeah, the parrot's got to witness something. You don't care for liquor, remember? All right. Look at the portrait. You see a beautiful girl and casually wonder who she might be. Funny, her eyes have a strange, hollow look to them. Why do all the ladies, the portraits of ladies, have strange, hollow looks in their eyes? And the Colonel's never married either. Are these the same lady or different ladies? Who is that lady? So the bar has some symbol, maybe an eagle on the front? A colorful parrot? I said look eagle and it says a colorful parrot swings on its perch. All right. Is that a door on the right-hand side? Or what is that? It is a door. Need to go back and ask the colonel about the 11 herbs and spices. This is the southeast corner of the mansion, right outside the parlor. It's real creepy and dark out here. You shiver at the thought of venturing outside alone. Perhaps you ought to go back inside. Yes. Yes, I ought. You feel better now that you're back in the house. It was scary out there. Here she is again. How about we listen? You listen intently. Maybe we need to sneak in here without them knowing we're here. B, welcome in. Don't trip on the knife. Haha. Well, we do have a statue here. Look, statue. A marble statue of a lovely Greek maiden stands in the corner. Move, statue. That's not how you spell statue. It's much too heavy for you to move. Okay, fine. Can I go behind the bar? Wasn't there a knife outside? The knife was my cursor, I think, wasn't it? I'm not mistaken, am I? Look behind bar. There's nothing you would be interested in behind the bar. Talk to Gertie. Alright, she just says go away. Fine. Inspect parrot. Polly wants a cracker. There was something at the bottom of the screen. Let's go take another look. I heard like a timer or something. Yeah, was it this, my cursor probably, right? If I go around this way. You are standing in front of the old plantation house right by the front door. Some weird animal noises. Open door. Just do that yourself. What do you mean do that myself? Open door. Jeez. Wait. Look mat. It's just an old doormat. Look under mat. Nothing under the doormat. Okay, fine. Eddie, welcome in. Okay, so that was the entrance. Door number 1 was on the right. Let's see what's behind door number 2. You have found the Colonel's billiard room. Funny, he doesn't seem to be the kind of guy who would enjoy playing billiards, listening to records on the Victrola, or the player piano. Ooh, it is now 7:45. Do you know where your kids are? Uncle Henry's a strange old coot. He... Quiet. We're not alone anymore. Okay, so let me get straight. Lillian is with Ethel, right? Gertie is with, what's his name? Start with a C? Whatever his name is. Henry is with, let's find out. Look at people. Gloria and Rudy, not Henry. Gloria and Rudy. He said Uncle Henry. Gloria with Rudy. Okay. I'm taking notes. Clarence. Yes, Clarence. Clarence Idle Clarence. Thank you very much. Let's talk to Rudy. Rudy can't fail. Anyone know the song? My sister and I are talking. Do you mind? Talk to Gloria. All right, please make it brief, darling. Fine. Look at this portrait. Think of the game as an interactive play. Oh, nice. Yeah, Henry's the Colonel. Ashing on the carpet is rude. They have a maid for that. You see a picture of a lovely, dark-haired girl above the player piano. Strangely, her eyes have a haunted, hollow look to them. Well, does that mean that I can go behind the walls and see out through all these paintings? That makes sense, right? That's why they're haunted and hollow, because they are literally hollow. Use piano. You don't have it. Inspect piano. A lovely old player piano sits against the back wall. Play piano. Oh, you can't even play piano. Anyone know that song? You never learn to play the piano, but there is a winding mechanism on the side of the player piano. Okay, so let's wind it. Wind piano. You're not close enough, right? We'll wind it again. You're not close. How am I not close enough? There we go. Some people are so rude, don't you think, darling? I know what you mean, toots. Well, consider me entertained. Let's look at the Victrola. You see an old-fashioned Victrola and cabinet in the corner of the room. Did anything change when we did this? Alright. Music's over. Inspect the Victrola. Alright. See, is there a record on there? You're not close enough. What? Maybe there is no record on there. Oh, one of your favorites. Okay. Get record. The records don't belong to you. Play record. You don't have a record. Fine. You see an old-fashioned Victrola and cabinet in the corner of the room. Well, that's not what I mean. Open cabinet. Not close enough. Maybe I need to open this cabinet. You look inside the Victrola cabinet and see several records, but since they don't belong to you, decide to leave them alone. What's out here? The outside, I take it. This is the southwest corner of the mansion, right outside the billiard room. Can I look in the window? Many elegant French windows grace the old mansion. How about we look in the window? You attempt to peer in, but can make out no details. Can I listen at the door? Oh no, she just goes in it. Also, this place is so creepy. Here she is again. Okay, I need like an invisibility cloak or something. How about I listen at the window? Am I not typing? I can't do type commands. What's going on? You know the situation as well as I do, Gloria. You'll just have to... Oh. Now I can type again. Maybe she's too scared to do anything outside. You're probably right. Right? Look. Ship. It's a ship, not a boat. You notice a model of an old ship on the table. Inspect model. Okay. Get model. It's not yours. There's nothing special about it. Fine. How about this chair, though? Certainly it's an evil chair. Most of these chairs look pretty old. Is he gonna, like, call us all into the dining room or something at some point? This is the back downstairs hallway of the big house. Double French doors lead out back. Look, clock. Ah, the incessant ticking of the stately grandfather clock is the only sound you hear in the empty hallway. Alright. Save game as 7:45 p.m., of course. Open clock. The pendulum door is locked. You can't open it. How about inspect clock? I need to get myself some keys. Turn clock. Try another way of saying that. Move clock? Ooh, we can move it. You pull on the grandfather clock and to your surprise find that the whole clock opens to reveal a secret door. Is this timed? I don't know, I hope not. You have found a small hidden room in the house. Alright, hidden room. And paintings? Who would have thought? Is this a door? You see 2 secret panels, one in each wall. Inspect panel. Search panel? Maybe there's a secret entrance into every room. Okay. I see there's 2 paintings. Look. Painting. What picture? You don't see any pictures. Look. Holes. There we go. The doctor is alone reading a magazine. Okay. The doctor is alone. I will write that down. Doctor. Alone. We haven't gone in there and talked with him yet. But I think we can listen to Rudy and Gloria if we look in these holes. Press S key to skip this scene. What a skinflint Uncle Henry is. Man, what I could do with his dough. How rich is he, darling? Don't know for sure. At least a couple mil. If he's so rich, why doesn't he keep this place up better? It's such a dump. Darling. The old miser wouldn't part with a penny if he could help it. I wonder if Fifi's getting any of his money, though. I bet Fifi's getting all the money. I bet she's trying to, anyway. Why, she practically has him around her little finger. Darling, it's disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, what are you going to do about Clarence? Ooh, he doesn't like Clarence. Oh, him. I've decided to break up with Clarence. I have a new beau. A director, no less. Alright, let's see. Director. So Gloria, sorry, taking notes. Gloria, new boyfriend. What am I missing? Ah, darling, that reminds me. Remember that little medical problem I had? I don't trust Wilbur to keep it quiet. It could ruin my career if I got out. I've got to talk to him. You do that, my dear sister. As for me, I'm going to retire to my room for a while. Kiss, kiss. Okay. She has a medical thing. Gloria, medical thing. Should I try watching that again? Lannister vibes. Yeah, you're not wrong. Gloria is alone in the billiard room. What? Nothing else? I guess not. Where else can we go? Does this lead into that room? Was this behind the piano or something? Look hole. You're not close enough. Look wall. Upon examining the walls of this secret chamber, you notice 2 close-set holes in each of 2 opposing walls. You can also see 2 secret panels, one in each wall. Okay, look. Panel. Okay. So I don't want to open those panels yet. Is the doctor still sitting there, staring at the wall? He is. We go talk to the doctor. This must be the library. You see many books of various and sundry topics displayed in the bookcases. Tucked into one wall, you notice an elevator shaft. So elevator comes down here to the library. Okay. I want to warn you, Wilbur. Don't you dare go spilling the beans on me. I wouldn't do a thing like that, sweetie pie. My little medical problem was my own business and no one else's. See to it you keep quiet. Wonder what her medical problem is. Sure thing, whatever you say. I bet she just has excessive flatulence. Dr. Wilbur C. feels is a pudgy man in his mid 50s. He seems to be a nervous type and sweats profusely. You wonder about his medical practices and if he ever samples his own wares. You gather that he has been the Colonel's personal physician for many years. A new pet name for your significant other. My little medical problem. Talk to Doctor. Ah, so you're Lillian's friend, Laura, is it? You look very nice, Laura. Very nice indeed. Dirty old man. That's right. Punch Doctor. You don't have a violent nature. I suppose I don't. Where else can I go? This appears to be the Colonel's study, as a large desk dominates the room. Upon the desk, you notice a small glass case. At the back of the room, two large cabinets also catch your attention. Talk to Fifi. Fifi doesn't have time for idle chit chat. She's too busy cleaning the Colonel's study. Is she now? Currently, Fifi looks to be busily cleaning. Yes, indeed she is. Look, Rhino. A huge rhino head hangs above the fireplace. Two African spears cross beneath it. Examine spears? Examine fireplace. The finely carved fireplace shows the craftsmanship of bygone days. Open cabinet. Cautiously, you peek inside the open door of the cabinet. Not surprisingly, part of the Colonel's weapons collection is housed here. Within the cabinet, you see an Australian boomerang, a steel cutlass, a pearl handled dagger, a mace, and an antique crossbow. All right. So, in the study, the weapons we have are spears, crossbow, pearl dagger, a cutlass. What else am I missing? Boomerang, steel cutlass, a mace, and antique crossbow. Okay. Boomerang, steel cutlass, and a mace. All right, I got it all. See what's in this glass. What's in the glass? The glass case. You look through the small glass case and notice a little silver derringer mounted upon a blue velvet backing. All right, we also have a derringer. Perhaps she's not cleaning. She just started cleaning as soon as we walked in. Look globe. You see a large globe in the corner of the study. Open globe? It's just an empty globe. Okay, fine. Check the other cabinet. Oh, what's on top of these cabinets? I should have done that. Should I walk past it? There we go. Open cabinet. You carefully open the glass door of the cabinet and look inside. Stored within is the Colonel's rifle collection. All right, we gotta add rifles to the list. Sure has a lot of weapons in his study. Oh, wait, yeah, look on top of cabinet. You see a stuffed alligator on top of the cabinet, okay? Inspect alligator. No, okay. No books in his study. Well, it's right next to the library. Look, raven. Look, bird. You see a stuffed eagle on top of one cabinet. Get eagle. Search eagle. All right, fine. We're getting out of here. Or should I open the drawers of the desk? Open drawer. Nothing you need in the desk. Okay, moving on. Maybe I'm moving on? How do I leave? There we go. Who is this? Would you like a drink? Ooh, what kind of drinks is he serving? No, thank you. Look, I'm guessing butler? Jeeves is the Colonel's imposing butler. Though you find him somewhat good-looking, he nevertheless gives off a disconcerting feeling of secretiveness. You have noticed that Jeeves generally keeps to himself a little and seems to talk in little more than monosyllables. You wonder about him. Talk to Jeeves. All right, what should we ask Jeeves? You attempt to talk to Jeeves, but he ignores you as he goes about his business. Ask Jeeves. Please rephrase your question, making sure that it is in the form of a question. Ask Jeeves. What are you? Question mark? Please rephrase your question. Yeah. Okay. Not asking Jeeves today, I suppose. Still have another room to check over here. Perhaps we can go between the walls of this room as well. Or maybe I should go behind the clock again. How about we try that? Move clock. We just left the doctor by himself. He's still sitting there, creepy like. But these holes. Just Gloria listening to the Victrola. Okay. Alright. I'm guessing this is a mirror. We could probably move it. I'm guessing. Move. Mirror. You push on the oval mirror, and to your astonishment, find that the mirror opens to reveal a secret door. You have found a small hidden room in the house. With 2 panels and 2 paintings. Go figure. Let's check out the holes. There's nothing of interest in the dining room. Okay, dining room is empty. I've offered her a fair deal many times for her property along the river, but the old biddy won't sell. Soon she's gonna force me into taking some action. What could you possibly want with that swampy land anyway? It's no good for anybody. Is that Ethel? Wait, no, that's Clarence and Gertie. Little do you know, Gertie, my dear, let's just say that I happen to know it's worth a great deal, and I have several rich potential investors who would back me up. Something, well, tell me. I've said too much already. You'll probably go and blab everything to Ethel. Okay, so he's trying to sneak one over on Ethel. Of all the nerve. Well, if I were Ethel, I wouldn't sell you any land either. You're no better than a low-down snake in the grass. I don't know what my daughter sees in you. My affair with Gloria is none of your business. Besides, she doesn't care what you drink. Alright, affair with Gloria. Wait, that's Clarence. We already know that. You're trying to exploit my daughter just like you tried to exploit everyone else. Well, I've got the goods on you, mister. I know about your little racehorse scam. If you don't watch your P's and Q's, something or other. I've had enough of this. Say we all know what magazine he's reading after meeting him. Oh, the doctor. He's reading Gams Illustrated. Okay. So Gertie walked out. Let's check the dining room now. Nothing. All the intrigue. It's only Clarence sitting alone at the bar. Indeed. More exploration. Out the back door, a garden path encircles a small statue, then continues on through a lovely rose arbor. This is an exquisite statue of a dancing satyr. Actually, I don't want to go out there yet. I want to go back upstairs and sneak into hidden rooms. Pretty sure that's what we need to do, right? Oh no! What? What? It will take a while to get the splinters out. I was absolutely not expecting that. Okay, I gotta fix my fatal curiosities here. We are at 1. Gotta be kidding me. 7:45 p.m. Okay, open clock. No. Move clock. Alright, I gotta listen to these conversations again. Although it says I can skip it, right? Skinflint, Uncle Henry. Okay, so Gloria and Rudy want his money. And look, holes. Doctor is reading a magazine. Okay. And we will move the mirror. Yeah, it was swinging. You're right. Move mirror. I found a secret room. Nothing of interest in the dining room, as expected. Okay, so Clarence wants Ethel's property. And it's swampy land. No good for anybody. It's worth a great deal. Rich investors who would back me up to exploit or develop it. Well, tell me. Is it oil? Black gold? Said too much already. Alright. Moving on then. I guess we can go listen to the conversation in here. Save. Yeah, I suppose I could save again. I suppose. Don't you dare spill the beans on me. I have a medical problem, something or other. I'm guessing it's a drug addiction. Just reading WVU Fella's comment. Okay. I don't think we actually found anything in here, did we? Talk to doctor. Dirty old man. What books are on the table? Examine books. Alright, just books on the table. Fine. Alright, just in case we need to, let's open cabinet. Rifle collection. We'll open the other cabinet. If I can get over there. Everything we already wrote down. And the Derringer in the glass case. All right. Moving on. Now I will save. Although, what is he giving the doctor? Let's look at that drink. Nothing special. All right. Let's look at the magazine. Wilbur is reading a magazine, but you're not close enough to see it. Oh. Well, how about now? You look over Wilbur's shoulder at the magazine and see pictures of racehorses. Oh, okay. Racehorses. Wasn't Clarence saying something about racehorses? Okay, now what if I don't walk underneath it? I'll just walk this way carefully. Not walk in the middle. All right, we survived. Go in closet. Okay, fine. How about enter closet? Not understood. All right. You've got to move these cabinets, evidently, or open them. Open cabinet. To the land of Narnia. Move cabinet. You pull on the armoire. Surprise, you find the whole armoire opens to reveal a secret door. You have found a small hidden room in the house. Oh, there's a horse on that wall. Of course, of course. Let's look at the holes. You see the colonel sitting in his room. That's right, Fifi's not up there now. And here we see... You don't see anything, but you hear what sounds like someone snoring. Interesting. We've got a snore. What if I open the panel on the wall? Sneak in. Oh no, there's somebody in the room. Okay. We cannot sneak in if there's somebody in the room. I guess that's useful to know. Let's move this one. Move cabinet. A secret door! I would never have guessed. Can we listen on Ethel and Lillian again? Not again, but just listen. Gertie isn't deserving any of Henry's money. Why, she's not even a blood relative. What are you going to do about it, Mother? Well, I can certainly talk to Henry about her and those two brats of hers. You never change, do you, Mother? Never mind, Lillian. You and I will never agree on anything. Mr. Pump says, I miss the driving music in Police Quest 3. I'll tell you what, we can silence this game, and I'll just put, what am I trying to say? I'll just put the Police Quest music on and repeat. The panel opens, but if there's someone in the room like we just saw in the previous one, it won't let us go in. Let's check out these holes. Rudy is having a drink in his room. Alone? Interesting. So Rudy's upstairs now. What if I go back in here? Your friend's here again. So I am. Open door. Wonder where it goes. Enter. Hole. Go in, shoot. Hey! What was that? I'm glad I did that. That was worth doing. Fatal Curiosities 2. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. I should have saved before doing it. But I couldn't help but do it. I was compelled. Nope, Nissa, I did not save. We did that by the seat of our pants. Or petticoats or something like that. Alright, I'll listen to these conversations and I'll save again. WVU fella, thank you for the roses. Move cabinet. What? A secret passage! Alright. Secret room. The colonel sitting there on his own. Someone sleeping? Indeed. Hello, this is God. Move cabinet. A secret door. Rudy having a drink by himself. Alright. Do a new save. Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, hello, Mr. Rudy. It seems that Rudy Dijon is Gloria Swanson's brother and Gertie's son. You surmise that Swanson must be Gloria's stage name. Rudy is a handsome man, and any woman would be attracted to him, but you sense an undercurrent of hostility in Rudy, a sense that he should not be crossed. Let's have a chat, shall we? Oh, it's you, Laura. How's tricks? Tricks are good. Okay, fine. How about we ask about Gloria? Don't listen to what others say about Gloria. She's a really good cookie. Ask about Ethel. And Ethel's always drunk. Who cares about her? Ask about Gertie. Isn't that his mom? Leave my mother out of this. Ask about Rudy. I'm not discussing myself with you. Ask about Colonel. Uncle Henry hasn't always understood me. I could sure use his money, support more. Ask about Fifi. She's a looker, all right, but she ain't to be trusted. Ask about Clarence. He's nothing but a lying scoundrel. All right, ask about... Who else is there? The doctor. Why do you care? He's nothing but a jerk doctor. He doesn't think very much of the doctor. Ask about Jeeves. Jeeves is Jeeves. I don't think that much about him. All right. Who else am I missing? We got the doctor, we got Gloria, we got Rudy, Clarence, Ethel, Lillian. Ah, yes. Let's ask about Lillian. Lillian has always overreacted to things. Someone ought to teach her some self-control. Ask about... What should I ask him about? Horses? A horse is a horse. Ask about races. Ask about Swamp. What do I care about it? Am I missing anything? I think we'll just leave. And you ask more people about other people. Oh, ask about dinner? Not a bad idea. Not bad at all. Let's go talk to the doctor, though. Oh, that's the colonel, not the doctor. Talk to Colonel. Quick, come in my room, young lady. Ask about Ethel. My sister is none of your concern. Ask about Lillian. Go find Lillian. Ask about Fifi. Leave my maid alone. Ask about Jeeves. I don't think he's going to be helpful. Ask about money. Okay, ask about house. I don't know anything about it. Ask about doctor. All right, fine. I don't need to know nothing about your doctor. I have not seen the room to the left here. I'm guessing there's going to be a bed. It doesn't appear that this room has been used in a long time. However, it currently seems to be the guest room of Dr. Wilbur C. Fields. Interesting. The Murphy bed has been pulled down for Dr. Fields to sleep on. Upon it, you see his black doctor's bag, or something like that. Open bag. Since it belongs to Dr. Fields, you should leave it alone. Really? Lift bed. Move bag. No? Okay, fine. Look under bed. Only dust. Hello, Brandy. How you doing? Welcome in. Open cabinet. I think there's going to be a murder mystery, but there hasn't been a murder yet, so yeah. Look bed. Colonel has a very elegant canopy bed. Look under bed. Only dust. Just checking for monsters. Push Colonel. Colonel wouldn't like that. Fine. Use elevator. No. There's been one murder and suicide. Yeah, well, that's just my own mishaps. Can't count those. Your friends here again. Ask about Ethel. Did I spell that wrong? Ask about Ethel. Mother is who she is, that's all. Ask about Colonel. Uncle Henry and I are very close. At least we used to be. He's always been like a father to me, you know. Yeah, that newfangled elevator. Ask about Gertie. I've always thought my Aunt Gertie was the biggest snob. Ask about Fifi. Fifi's such a fake. I don't understand what Uncle Henry sees in her. Ask about Clarence. Clarence Sparrow is nothing but a cheap swindler. I bet he cheats Uncle Henry out of a lot of his money. Ask about Gloria. Oh, Gloria thinks she's so glamorous. She thinks she's so beautiful. She's just available. That's all she is. Ask about who else? Jeeves. If you ask me, I think he's having a little fling with Fifi. Ooh, Jeeves with Fifi? Maybe he's going to be jealous of the Colonel. Such a stifling night, don't you think? All right. What else can we do? Go to dinner, maybe? Not sure what we can do next. Can't go upstairs yet. Look, chandelier. A huge crystal chandelier hangs precariously above the downstairs foyer. Or foyer. Watch out! What? No. Really? Fatal curiosities. 3. It's better to be called a mishap, though, I would think. It's not a pretty sight. Wow. Why did I die there? Well, I fell off the balcony. Look, railing. The banister looks a bit rickety. That's why. Can I try going upstairs now, you think? Would something be changed? Will Fifi be in her room? Open door. Locked from the other side. No Fifi. Yeah, just a bit of bad luck on that banister. I'm just triggering all the traps meant for the colon. Like the colonel. Alright, let's go back in these rooms. Would you like a drink? No, thank you. Okay. Talk to Clarence. Clarence sits there, smoking a cigar. He doesn't answer. Ask about Swamp. You attempt to talk to Jeeves, but he ignores you as he goes about his business. Not Jeeves. Alright, tell me all your problems. How would I know? Ask about Ethel. Why would you care about that old dame? She's nothing but a cheap drunk. Hey, how about we ask about Lillian? Lillian, she's not much better than her mother. Those two make a good pair. Okay, let's ask about Gertie. I don't care to discuss her. Gloria? You're getting too personal here, young lady. Rudy. I don't wish to discuss him, especially with you. How about the doctor? Why? Are you sick? No, I'm fine, thank you. Alright, who else is there? There's Lillian, Ethel, Gertie, Gloria, Rudy, Doctor, Colonel, Dr. Colonel. My business with Colin. You're getting in my head. With Colonel Dijon is private, young lady. Yeah, I can look out the paintings and listen in on their conversations. Ask about horses. Yeah, he had something with the horses. What do you care about Colonel Dijon's broken down old nag? Nothing, really. I just didn't know whose horse he was. Alright, so the Colonel has the horse. A broken down old nag. Ask about Fifi? Go ask the old cripple, Colonel yourself. That's not how you spell Jeeves. I never bother with the servants. Sure you don't. Ask about the parrot. That bird makes too much noise. Ask about intentions. No. Fine. You just enjoy your cigar. Talk to Bird. Ask Bird about Clarence. You can get no response. Fine. He does do very good smoke rings. They are all very rude. I'm a guest, don't they know that? Maybe I just don't dress nice enough for them. Dinner yet? Actually, I haven't been in the dining room yet. Let's go in the dining room. This is a very elegant dining room. It looks like the Colonel has some class after all. Let us take a look at the tableau. Which table do you mean? The small table or the dining table? Let's look at the small table. A large silver coffee urn sits on the small table. Dining table. Plenty of seating. Oh, well, that's very nice. Let's look at they call it a coffee urn. It's a lovely piece, isn't it? I suppose so. Who started the fire? A cheery fire brightens the room. You see a dusty old mirror hanging on the wall. Move mirror. Can't do that. Okay, fine. Flowers? Nothing special. Okay, okay. Look out window. It's dark outside. It's difficult to see out the windows. Okay, fine. What about the chairs? Most of these chairs look pretty old. All right, fine. Next room. Who is this? This old house has a nice big kitchen. Right now, you see Sally washing the dinner dishes while Beauregard has found a warm spot by the stove. Sally and Beauregard. All right. Am I saying colonel wrong on purpose? Yes, I'm saying colonel wrong on purpose. Beauregard appears to be a very old and lazy bloodhound. His loose skin hangs in folds and his long ears almost drag to the ground. You sense that Beauregard must be the colonel's beloved dog. And Sally? Sally is the colonel's cook. She is an overweight black lady who, on the surface, seems to be distant and unfriendly. However, you sense that she is probably a very nice person, just minding her own business. You have heard that Sally practices voodoo, and you wonder about this. Let's talk to Sally. I gotta get these dishes done before the colonel get mad. Go on with you now. Alright, ask about Colonel. I ain't got nothing to say about him. Alright, ask about Fifi. She's just the maid, that's all. Ask about Jeeves. He's only the butler. Alright, ask about Dog. Just an old hound dog. Wow, she doesn't have much to say. Ask about voodoo. I just really need to know about the voodoo that she do. What do you think I care about it? Ask about Ethel. No opinion about her. Ask about the doctor. Doctor Who? Anything else? Ask about dinner. When's dinner? Ask about food. Fine. Be that way. What's on the stove? Pot of coffee. Nothing special about the pot of coffee. Get coffee. Never been fond of coffee. Okay, fine. Open chest. Can't do that. Look chest. Look. Is that supposed to be a fridge? Not in 1920 something. Open door. Open cabinet. Covered. Look cabinet. Yeah, looks like an ice box. Look box. This is your average run-of-the-mill ice box. Open ice box. Aha, a leftover soup bone. As it might come in handy, you grab it and take it with you. I now have a soup bone. Can I just type in inventory, INV? No. Control I. Notebook and pencil and soup bone. Oh, use notebook. What do you want to do with a notebook? Take notes. Can't get that. Write in notebook. From your detective father, you have learned to write down all your notes and observations. Okay? Read notebook. You open your notebook and skim through your many notes and observations. Great. Yes, I have an old soup bone. I imagine the dog would like that. What's on the table? Is that just a part of the table leg? Look under table. Nothing special under the table. Fine. Is something going to happen around here? Save it. I guess I'm just going to try going straight, see what I find out here. This is a wonderful little garden. You wonder who planted it? Certainly not the Colonel. Why, because he's in a wheelchair? Sure, you could figure it out. Look, garden. Okay. Look, vase or pot. What's here? Stepping stones? What am I doing? Look at the pedestal. Upon two marble pedestals sit matching marble urns. All right, let's look at the urn. All right, look in urn. Empty. Look in the other urn. Urn is empty. All right. Look, tree. Roses surround the little heart-shaped garden. Look, roses. Get rose? Do not need to carry around a rose. Okay, fine. There's something for me to do here? Look, bench. There are two garden benches here. Sit. You don't feel like sitting. I don't think they're fruit trees, because it just said roses. The roses smell wonderful in the night air. Okay. Maybe this area will be important later. Perhaps. 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 You are standing at the northeast corner of the house, right outside the kitchen. Beside the kitchen door, you see a doghouse and a cellar door. Play the song Hope. Well, I don't have it set up to play any music. I tend to get muted when I play copyrighted stuff for too long. Open cellar door. You're not close enough. You mean I'm not close enough? You try opening the cellar door, but alas, it is locked. Look in doghouse. You peer into the dark interior of the doghouse and look around. Currently, it's empty. Go in doghouse. You don't want to go in the doghouse. It's dirty and smelly in there. Let's walk through this door then. Someone else was in here spamming the chat with it the other night. Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, that's what's around there. Can I walk around to the front of the house? Maybe I should do that. Oh, actually, it's time. I'm sorry, guys. But it is after 6 p.m. Central Time, so I am going to be signing off. So you can catch me again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time to 6 p.m. Central Time. We will continue more of Laura Bow, the Colonel's Bequest. Yeah, this is fun. I think we're probably waiting for a certain amount of time to pass in the game or discover enough areas, then the next thing will happen. It seems kind of like that. Someone mentioned, think of it like watching a play. But yeah, so catch me Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 4 to 6 p.m. If you see me on any time outside of that, I'll be playing something else. And if you're not following, please do. And if you haven't joined the Discord, I recommend you do that. It's where we vote on the next game and also just kind of get to hang out in a community. So the invite link for that is at retrorounds.com. And yeah, until next time.